Today's video, we're talking about building a somatic structure that is going to withstand intense emotional material that's just inevitable as we do the inner work. The deeper that we go in, the more that comes up, and the greater our ability needs to be to withstand the encounters of the shadow material. So today's video, it's a focus on building a healthy body and also a resilient nervous system. Okay, it's just so important as we do the somatic work that we understand this body being the vessel that's really containing all of these energies. It should be treated with the utmost respect. That is a huge, just internal law that I've developed throughout this process is that we should respect the body just as much as we respect other people, the earth that we are in. It's just a principle of mine. So as we begin this, I want to look at first and foremost the prerequisite, which is having a healthy body. And this is because you have to say no to the things that are controlling you, and you have to be able to say yes to the things that you know are good for you. Okay, saying no to the compulsive behaviors and saying yes to a healthy alternative. This may seem simple, but when we do the deep inner work, you can't have these external stimuli uh, controlling the psyche and manipulating a more normal, or I should say, a more clear and coherent way of perceiving and of, going through your trauma work. Okay, that will destabilize you, and we don't want a destabilized, disorganized system. We're already working with so much affective, emotional states that we need to have as much of a strong structure as possible. And this is why I require all of my clients to be sober in the time that we work together. Okay, it's just very important to have a clear system and afterwards do as you please. However, in the container that we are in, we have to make sure that there's no leaks, there's no leaky vessel. Okay, so the second thing that we're looking at is how to create a resilient nervous system. And this is a practice of being able to develop a strong capacity to work with activated states, to the best of your ability. We don't want to bombard you with these intense emotions, but we want to be able to have a nervous system that is, at least strong enough to withstand the intensity, just enough to kind of move through and get over it so you can recognize that your ego was able to withstand such chaos, so much that you didn't know that you were capable of. And so the importance of building this resilient structure and how to do this, it's really simple to just be in an experience that's very uncomfortable and to just hold that there, to be bring awareness to these somatic cues, the way that your body is responding, to know if this is a localized emotion or if this is global. Is it in one area of my body that I'm experiencing this, or is it all over? Kind of like anxiety, at times we can only feel it in, the solar plexus area with that burning sensation, or you can feel it all over your entire body, and you want to go into that parasympathetic state of completely shutting down. But it's just important that creating this nervous system, that right there is actually the containment of the affective states, because you're really addressing the nervous system, but really the endocrine system, and how it's kind of this like it's kind of like this withdraw from a lot of the charge in your body, because your hormones are secreting to your bloodstream and everything else may be shutting down. So it's like you're just building the ability to go through all of that and to find balance again with these chemical states. Okay, I hope that this is making sense. Having the healthy body is so important. Having a resilient nervous system, this is a practice, and this is continual throughout every single time that you encounter difficulty, that you can sense that something's just a little off right now. Well, when you can sense that, then you can go, oh, I'm going to actually work with this to the best of my ability. Maybe I don't have to look directly at the trauma, but I can just hold this in and work with this just by tuning into the sensations that I feel in my body, bringing awareness to my breath, really allowing myself to the degree that I can to be with the the trauma, the emotional discomfort, um, to differentiate from these different states. So, the last thing that I want to leave you with is maintaining and challenging the nervous system. And this is actually quite interesting, right? We want to maintain a healthy nervous system, a resilient nervous system. And how do we do this is really to just learn what your triggers are in the most practical way possible, learning your triggers and becoming so aware of how the external stimuli is affecting you, because your emotional state is actually, this may become a behavior, but it's based off of something external that is making you go into this state. Okay, so it is kind of bringing awareness to your emotions, to when you are a little bit more manic or depressive. And in this, there is a chemical imbalance. And so, that's why it's making you feel such extreme. So we need to learn to regulate it and not always trust these cortical messages that are coming from the brain, not really trust that that is what it is, but maybe following through the heart and settling down and bringing awareness to a little bit more of the um, less charged aspects of reality. So you can bring yourself back down and in and recognize, like, what is real, what is not real. How do I best work with this right now? So, taking time to balance life, balance friends, balance your work, and also with like the challenges of this is putting yourself in places where you do feel a bit of the excitement and you do feel that charge, because I know for me, I live in a very small town. So leaving a small town and going into more of a city like environment, I'm immediately challenged. My nervous system is somewhere that's not, at its happy place. It's in a complete hyper arousal state. And I'm finding how to work with myself in these moments. And it's actually exciting because it's like I get to go here and I get to contain and hold, still be me, but then be a part of kind of an energy system that is so intense. So, it's actually really healthy to challenge your nervous system in this way and to be able to go into these situations, because this is about human evolution. This is about, oof, like I'm going to continue my process, my inner work journey. So, yeah, I hope that this video supported you structuring your body, allowing this to be the vessel which just continues your inner work journey. Let me know how you experience this video, and I will see you in the next one.